And that before Hans. That's so surprising.
Golden Swamp. What do you think the civs are?
Oh, Vikings.
Fire's going to go for Malians, maybe, on Golden Swamp?
I think Britons are
Persians?
considered to be strong. Persians, could they be played? Not Acropolis. They might go for Land Madness Persians. Aslan are clearly Indians. I will predict Britons against Celts there. I'm not
I love the idea of someone new to Age of Empires coming to the stream right now, and it's just, we don't even know what the sure picks are, right? So it's so confused. This game, especially with the current balance and the maps in this tournament and the new Empire Wars format, there's not really a defined meta. So any of these civs could be viable for any map, as we saw with the Koreans on Atacama last set.
Well, we will see more of those games for sure, because we can jump into game number 1, the Viper against Fire, our last round of 16 game of the day. Coming up now. And we have the Viper in the red trunks here playing Aztecs, Fire on the other side playing Malians. We see some villagers instantly pulled away from gold here, and we have the man-at-arm opening by Fire. The Viper on the other side, he will build the archery range after researching the wood upgrade.
Well, Malians do get a nice little bonus for their men-at-arms early, and it makes them more effective against archers. That +1 pierce armor is very, very nice in the feudal age. So if Fire can get to Viper's base before Viper gets that mass of archers, he could be able to do some damage with them.
If we have the open fights, for sure. But if Viper just walls the front, then it won't be that easy. And we obviously know Viper in tournament mode as well. Not really the guy who loses a lot of villagers against men-at-arms.
I find it interesting. Viper's going for an eagle right away. So does he think he's going for 2 eagles right away? Does he think skirmishers is the play?
Oh, well, he would be prepared against skirmishers. Look at that. Now some palisade walls there. We'll get 2 palisade walls quite easy next to the berries. Even waits for that? What is he doing with that villager? Does he want to trap? Don't tell me that's a trap. Don't tell me that's a trap.
He wants to.
He wants to
do it.
Oh, no.
Oh, he wanted a gate. I think if he puts a gate on that palisade on the other side, yeah, see, he just wasn't quick enough with it.
Maybe the camel blocked that. I think he was waiting for it. Like, the villager was so open.
That's what happened. That's actually what happened. The camel was right there over where he was going to place the gate.
Oh, that could have been so sick.
Never underestimate this guy. Like, he reads the game. It's like 7D chess for him, to be honest.
And also, like, just think about it. You're playing against this guy in one of the most important series, right? Like, there's a lot of money on the line, and then, like, you're getting owned that heavily in basically, like, 2 minutes of this game. Wouldn't be great, but he dodged that for now, and is beautifully walled behind this. At least the right side.
Men-at-arms are putting on a decent amount of pressure here. It's basically preventing Viper from coming forward. Now, Viper has sent the eagles, but Fire has a men-at-arm ready at the gold to defend against that, and he's actually making more.
Okay.
Continuing the production, that's very interesting.
That's surprising to me as well. Does some reasonable damage against the eagles, though, and Malians. I think they're a reasonable counter to Mazos Civs here.
I think we've seen a couple times where Malians can just go all in Castle Age against Aztecs, if the Aztec player isn't careful. And Fire actually hitting the wood line on the left too, but he's kind of running into the TC now.
Yeah, didn't Tato beat Viper with Malian all in against
He did.
Viper's Aztecs?
Malian all in. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a strong strat if the other player isn't prepared for it.
Viper looking at 600 food, 150 gold already, though. One villager. Well, he didn't really get the memo that there's not really his territory anymore.
So Fire's kind of going in the opposite direction of what I think Viper was predicting here. I think Viper thought it would be skirms and then maybe men-at-arms to counter the eagles. But Fire's gone men-at-arm, and now he's mixing in skirms. But Viper is on the way to the Castle Age already.
Yeah, that's pretty sexy.
Yikes.
I don't think that eagles are necessarily the counter to skirmishers. Like, they are, but that's not the main goal. It's also, you get a lot of information, right? Those eagles have a lot of vision in Feudal Age, and, well, just run around, get some map control, and you don't get caught off guard that easily. That's also a huge benefit from building those.
Skirmishers out now from Fire. Viper has that hill for the moment, but he's not going to be able to keep it against men-at-arms and skirmishers. But, like, what can Fire do here? He's going to be so much later to the Castle Age.
400 food, 300 gold. He has 24 villagers on food, though, so I think he's fine. Like, he cleared up so much Feudal Age army here. I think he won't have any problems.
There's 3 eagles from Viper still waiting on the left-hand side.
Yeah,
Does Viper go full eagles in Castle Age? He can't, right?
Lost HP. Well, he's dropping to barracks, so that's your answer.
How is he going to fare against the eventual longswords? Even the men-at-arms will do decently.
Mm-hmm.
If Fire walls off his base and doesn't leave any openings for the eagles to come in and raid, he's going to win the straight-up battles almost every time.
Oh, and the 2 men-at-arms are now joining the party from the top as well. Viper walled the side, has 12 villagers on gold, so eagle production will be pretty solid.
Viper's in the Castle Age now. Fire still hasn't... Okay, Fire clicks up right now. You were right. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's especially because he killed so much of the Feudal Age army, right? He forces some of the army to the top. 1 archer leads to defend. Viper is sending some eagles back, so it's not like eagles are now knocking at his door. Viper with some easy defense there. Shouldn't lose a single villagers. Villagers not that clever in building the TC. Viper just waiting for the Eagle Warrior upgrade and then probably wants to take the fight, but men-at-arms around. Scaring
It's
them
funny in
away.
this matchup, because usually if you have men-at-arms at this point in the game, they're fairly useless, you know? Like, you try and get a villager pick with them if you can, but in this matchup, they're going to be so important about countering those eagles. You can see Fire is already going into the supplies tech, so he's getting ready to make more in the Castle Age.
Yeah, making those men-at-arms cheaper in their food cost. And drop 1 stable, goes for the 2nd barracks. Well, that's going to be a lot of longswords. Viper tries to find some damage there at the right-hand side with his eagles, but won't find any.
I actually like this position here from Fire. If he walls off the left-hand side fully, to be in a really good spot. And he's actually added a stable, too.
Yeah, I think he thinks better of it, though. I think he won't really go for too many knights. Maybe later to snipe some mangonels. The problem with Fire, I think he will lose all his Feudal Age army before he can upgrade it.
Yeah, how many trades can he take against the Eagles here? He's going to take a 1, 2 maybe. Viper moving the weak units away. So annoying.
Oh,
what a nerd.
Get alive.
He'll toss the weak ones in the TC. He's such a nerd sometimes.
No,
I swear to God.
Don't.
If he does.
No, he builds a monastery. He heals never with the monastery. Yeah, but look at that. 3 low HP ones going back. All the full HP ones going to the front.
Such a nerd. But that's why we watch him, right?
Yeah. Well, who's the bigger nerd? The nerd or the nerd that watches the nerd?
That's a valid point. That is an extremely valid point.
Okay, now 5 men-at-arms. They should probably be enough to defend this one here. Viper is running, clearly doesn't want to take any fights there. Has the 4 villager lead behind this. Nice walls at the left-hand side. Now drops the market, Mr. Fire here.
He's defended quite nicely. I mean, Viper hasn't really had an opportunity to put any pressure on Fire's base.
Is that completely walled? Dave?
I think it is. It should be.
Dave? No. Oh, that hurt so much. It felt like it wasn't completely walled, and that's going to be that villager. He even fought back.
Dude.
That was somewhat brave, but yeah, there won't be a market up. And with 800 gold in the bank, he really wanted that one.
Yeah, and this is what Fire had to prevent at all costs. Like, how many times have we seen a hole just completely change a game?
Well, it's not like super bad this time. Maybe some quick walls here. The gate that won't matter too much. Needs to wall the gold off, I think. Yeah, I think he won't lose a lot.
Very nice response from him. The house walls on the TC, very good. He's getting the market up now. Yeah, good turnaround. Good turnaround from Fire. I was expecting a lot worse than that. Thought he might get into that farming eco. The camels are into the farming eco. What are they doing?
Going wild there. Well, they're hungry.
They're gonna get out too. Eventually.
Are they? One bouncer is there. Tries to kick them out. Eagles now ran around enough to maybe go for the gold again. Uh-oh, that is so nice. That is so nice how he moved away there.
Nice little house there from Fire too. To just delay the Eagles, get extra hits on them. How many villagers did he lose? I think 2?
I counted 1.
It's totally worth. It's totally worth for that army. Yeah. Now he can go forward.
Did cost him a lot of attention though, and behind this Viper did prepare the tech switch. Now goes
Siege Workshop from Fire forward, but like right in the range of those archers.
Oh yeah, that's not going to work.
Does Viper see that? Yeah, he sees it right away.
Yeah, those witches need to run as well. How much do you like the crossbowman against the longswords?
I think with Viper Micro, it should be okay. He's adding a castle to back it up, so he's gonna get. Is he gonna go for Gebettos to complement this composition?
Well, wrong civilization, but Jaguars are indeed the perfect answer.
I was thinking Fires.
Oh no! And Jaguars are obviously
Redbull.
perfect here against the longswords.
Yeah, Jaguars are really, really good.
But that's a lot of villagers that are pretty exposed here. There's only 1 conversion. That will be a lot of dead villagers, Dave.
I think he can deny this if he attacks the vills themselves. He's got the extra pierce armor on the Malian longswords.
Oh, Viper, that was too ballsy by him. 2 villagers, and they will die as well. Some nice conversions flew in, and Fire, he is 95. In a very nice position. More villagers being sent in. That was a big throw.
95%. Well, all it took was 1 palisade. I think Viper got cocky with the crossbows.
Oh, look at that. He's going for arson now. And he just tries to attack there. Viper, he builds another castle. He won't allow this twice.
Wall this off, please.
Okay,
wall this off. Okay, the wall is going down. This castle will go up, but I think if Fire's on the far edge of that other castle, he's out of range, isn't he?
I think so, but you can send 5 villagers in, right? And just finish it.
Oh, yeah, true.
Viper just needs to go in and out. It should be fine. How are economies looking behind this? Viper's still 20 villagers ahead,
Maybe he can't send them in if there's a Mangonel sitting there, thoh.
Yeah,
and
but
Fire's diving in with the longswords to pick off those villagers. It's at 98.
Pressing
99.
Oh, he gets it up.
Oh no!
Oh, that villager's hammer there.
But Fire's in on the wood line.
Oh yeah. Oh, that with arson, he got in there, and Jaguars, not enough there to defend this. Jaguars, obviously, the meme out of the...
Fire with some excellent play, and Viper with some questionable calls so far this game.
Oh, God. Okay, but still, after all this, like, that was kind of the worst scenario for the Viper. He is 4-5 villagers ahead. Even population. And it's still full Jaguars now.
3 TCs for both now. Where's Fire going with these villagers on the right side? Is that a TC or is that some sort of aggressive play? Okay, that's a TC. Good.
Where?
We'll figure it out soon.
Okay. Okay, can build it cheaper. Did he scout in that area? He did. Maybe completely right side might be an option. Okay, just builds it on the ground. All good.
How often do we see Jaguar warriors? In competitive 1v1s.
Well, didn't we get 1,000 subs? No, it was right. We didn't see a single one, right? In Hidden Cup, but Matt said he gifted 1,000 subs.
Yeah, and it was Vikings against Berserks, or no, Aztecs against Berserks too.
Oh yeah. Well, so not often enough apparently. And yeah, it's not even fair. Jaguar warriors are so good against infantry.
Viper harassing the gold too from Fire on the right hand side.
And now the tech switch. So Fire goes on to crossbowman behind this. And just think about it, how Viper is ahead after this. It was absolutely horrible for him how it went. how far ahead he must have been before that.
How many vills did he lose there? Like 10? 12?
Something like that, yeah. And
And
then
all
the
that
woodline.
idle time too? And he's
Yeah.
still ahead on eco? And he's ahead in military now?
Then he built
Like,
the...
it's just like... it's like a higher league that he plays in, you know?
Second castle being built by 15 villagers as well. The camel still dancing in the eco. Don't tell me Viper's microing this.
No.
No, okay. I feel too sick. But he's microing those 2 eagles, getting into the woodline there for sure. Pretty annoying there. Handcart now for the Viper as well. He's 1k score ahead. 96 villagers against 90, and those villagers look like they want to build a 3rd castle.
Yeah, and the Jaguars are just doing so much work on the stone. Viper even has 2 crossbows on the woodline from fire. It's just everything snowballed out of control as soon as that 2nd castle went up for Viper.
Ay. Where did it go wrong? Because
I don't even know.
he
Like,
did so
I
much
don't-
damage at the start. I think it was like Viper's earlier castle age time, and then he simply dropped the TCs, right? And just kept the eco rolling for himself, and then he was like 20, 25 villages ahead.
Maybe if fire doesn't produce those extra like 6 men-at-arms, maybe if he just goes with 4 or 5 instead of like, I think he had 8 or 9 at total in feudal age, really delayed him going up to castle. Maybe then it's a bit closer. It's tough, man, because you're right. Like, that's the best case scenario, killing all those villagers, denying the castle, getting into the woodline, and it didn't help. It didn't help at all.
Oh god, that was pretty brutal. And well, Viper is taking the 1-0 lead here. We will have Fire's home map next, and let's take a look at the statistics here. Military actually pretty even, or the dead or units killed, but that obviously includes like how many villagers did Viper lose there? Like 12 plus another 6 in the woodline. Something like that. And better economy for the Viper at 6 eco is just really sick as well. And judging by all your input, Dave, you're already on your desktop again.
No, I'm looking at... Hey, listen, Nilly. I've said it once, I'll say it again, all right? The most important skill as a co-caster is to learn when to shut up, okay?
Okay.
And I know when to shut up.
Okay. Thought it was
think
finding kings on Regicide and community
there's
games.
that too. Yeah, there's that too. The timeline really told the entire story there in the statistics menu. It was all eco for Viper ahead of Fire.
Look at that. No military. For everyone who's new to the game, the light red is economy, the dark red is military. And you see the same here. Early castle age we didn't have much. Then we had a lot, did have the big fight. And after that, Viper kept producing his Jaguar warriors and